story time on how my best friend for 10 years had me facing 5 years fair time. Now, before we get started, I just want to give a little background on the relationship that her and I had established. I'd known her since... Let me put my seatbelt on. Okay, so yeah. So I've known her since we were like 3 or 4. Her dad stayed in the same neighborhood that I grew up in. So that's how we met. So fast forward, 10, 15 years. I have my daughter and my son. Of course, I had my son first. And by the time I had my son, we're like this. Like, we're very tight. So she's my son's godmother, and then I have my daughter, and she's my daughter's godmother as well. And I'm saying all of this because it matters. So, like, she was a good friend, until she wasn't. So it's like, me being a single parent, a lot of the time, shit fell short, in my court. So her being my best friend and my kid's godmom, she would help. I'm talking about school supplies, school shoes, book bags, the whole 9. Like, anything they needed, haircuts. If me and my son was at a boil, because me and my son, we one and the same, she would allow him to come stay at her house. Like, if I needed a break, more so, let's put it like that, from him, she would, house him or whatever. Like, she was good people until she wasn't. So fast forward year 2020, she texted me one day and was like, you want to make $150? So I'm like, how? Now, mind you, at the time, I don't remember if I was working or not. I don't think I was. But I remember I had to pay like our life insurance policy in a couple days and something else. So I was like, yeah, what's up? So just to give you a background, she graduated from high school like a year early, went ahead and went out to college, got her C, whatever that is for like a certified medical assistant, whatever, CMA. She got that. So she ends up getting a job at this doctor's office here in our city or whatever. And she's working for this man for a couple years. He's, like, she getting raises, she doing her job, whatever, boom. So after a while, she started stealing scripts. Now, the doctor that she works for at the time specializes in back pain or something like that. So she started stealing scripts from the doctor's office and like writing them out to niggas in the city so that they can, sell the pills and she can get her portion. Now, I knew about all this. Never said anything because, it's not my life. That's my dog. That's my best friend. Like, whatever, boom. So fast forward, she ended up hitting me up one day asking me if I want to make $150. So I'm like, how? So she like, I write a script out to you. All I need you to do is go get it filled. You'll get the pills back to me and we'll sell them to such and such. That way we can sell them for the whole number. So I'm like, okay, cool. You need me to hit that, you need me to hit so-and-so up, or you gonna do it? So she like, no, I got it. It's got to be on a Monday when Dr. such and such ain't in the office. And his secretary is not at the front desk, so I can answer the phone when that's what she was saying. She need to be there. So on Mondays, they're not open. So she was on some shit like, I needed to be a Monday so I can go into the office, and when they call, I can answer the phone, because she had keys to the office. This man was really locked in with her. Like, he probably trusted her with his fucking life. So Monday come, I was in Georgia doing something, and she had a key to my house because this is my best friend. So yeah, she got a spare key. So Monday comes and she texts me and she like, woo, this what it's gonna be. Okay, cool. So I'm asking her like, what you gonna do? Where you gonna leave the script at? So she ends up telling me she gonna leave the script on my kitchen table. And I'm like, okay, cool. When I get back from Georgia, I'll, take it and drop it off. So I get back from Georgia, the script is on my kitchen table. My kids had a dentist appointment that afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. So I get back from Georgia, the script is on my table. I'm taking the kids to the dentist, but before I take them to the dentist, I go and I drop the prescription off. Now, I took it to the pharmacy that I've always gone to my whole life, or whatever, boom. So I take it there. She's like, the whole time texting me while I'm at the dentist appointment, like, have they called yet? Do you know if it's filled yet? Whatever, boom. So I'm like, no, like, I'm going to go back and pick it up once I leave the dentist appointment. Y'all, why in the midst of me sitting in a fucking dentist appointment, this girl calls me telling me I need to leave the dentist appointment right now and go back and pick up the prescription. Now, mind you, this ain't her first rodeo, but this the first time we doing it. So I'm like, why am I going back to pick up the prescription? She's like, they called to try to see if the script was right and just go back and pick it up because basically she was scared. Like, they calling to verify the script. I told them, you know, it was valid, but they on bullshit. Now, mind you, the doctor's office was not open, so she was the only person there to answer the phones on that fucking Monday. So I go back to pick up the script. I was so gullible when it came to this bitch, like, because this is my best friend. Like, yeah, so I go back to pick the script up. These motherfuckers tell me they can't fill the script or whatever. They got to confirm it with the doctor. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Whatever, boom. So they're like, well, can we get your ID? Me thinking nothing of it, I get up my photo ID. Now, that day, all this shit happened. We on the phone, like, scared because, bitch, the block is hot. So we on the phone talking, and I'm like, you know, what's gonna come of this? Like, how's this shit gonna play out? Like, what's gonna happen? Because at this point, I'm scared for me because my name is on the script, but I'm more scared for her because she's pregnant. Let's be clear, this bitch is pregnant. Like, and I ain't talking about a little 2 months. This bitch like 7 months pregnant. And this my best friend. Anybody that know me know how I ride, like, know how I am when it comes to people that I care about. Like, to the end of the fucking world, I'm gonna follow you. What's up? So, you know, like, I'm telling her, you know, like, at this time, I'm real big on my spirituality. So I'm like, we just gonna think positive. Like, I don't want to hear nothing negative about it. We just gonna be positive. Like, we just gonna claim that we ain't get them. We ain't no fucking criminals. We just gonna claim that this shit it's just gonna be a little pass on. Like, they're just gonna let it be. Because mind y'all, we never got the fucking pills. Never got the pills. Never got the pills. So she calling around. She got a auntie or somebody in Florida asking them what they think, you know, it's gonna come from it or whatever. Calling her homegirl that, you know, she met at the doctor's office she work at, asking her what's gonna happen. You know, calling her boyfriend. He telling her not to worry about it because he ain't a street nigga, but he grew up around street niggas. So he telling her basically like, oh, such and such had that same situation happen when they got caught with the pills. They went to jail, but y'all ain't get the pills, so y'all should be good. So the whole time I'm just like, you know, we just gonna be positive. Like, I don't really know what's gonna come from this, but we're just gonna be fucking positive. Like, that's my stance on it. Now, she called me on the phone one of them times, and she crying. And she crying because she hormonal. This bitch is evil. She don't cry. She don't, like, she never cries. So I know that the only reason she's crying is because she's hormonal. Now, her crying makes me cry because, like, just vibe. Like, I'm trying to stay so positive about the situation, but the reality is, bitch, we done got ourselves in some shit. So I go to my mama, because I'm at my mama's house at the time, and I'm like, Mom, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, what we gonna do? Like, I'm scared. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble. I think I had just got finished with this fucking case I had going on, like, a year prior. Like, yeah, I was thugging. And I was like, and I don't want her to get in trouble. She's fucking pregnant, and that's my best friend. Like, it ain't even that serious. Why they going so hard? Whatever. Like, we never got the pills. So, I ended up going home or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. We'll deal with this shit tomorrow. Like, because I'm crying and shit. Like, I'm fucked up. But in the midst of all this, I done hit up my pharmacy tech friend, and I done hit up my lawyer friend. So I'm asking them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm asking my lawyer friend, you know, what's the grounds or whatever. If it comes to it, like, what is it gonna be? And I'm asking my pharm tech friend if she's able to see the script or anything in the system to, like, just, you know, have an understanding of what's going on. Because we don't know what's going on. All we know is these people said they filling the fucking script and they got a picture of my ID. Now, mind you, let's be mindful. Let's remember, she took the script from the doctor's office. She forged the doctor's signature on the script. She wrote the prescription out to me. She wrote the instructions for it. She did all that. The only thing I did was go to the pharmacy and try to get it filled. Come back for part 2.